Shut up and sit down.
Oh my god, okay, speaking of Hamdo set, I never picked up. Han's username is Jewel Set. We might have talked about it, but I just clicked again last night.
Welcome back to another episode of the Bias Effect podcast. It's QJ.
It's Nikki. Coming back.
We're doing I guess it's not technically a group episode, but artist episode, let's say.
Artist focused ep.
Yeah, we're gonna go through some Psy history today, because
The one and only legend.
yeah, he's pretty like, you could pretty much say he's a legend
I would say so.
in the space.
Well, let's put it this way. Psy had a absolute chokehold in North America. I don't think anyone didn't know that song, Gangnam
Yeah.
Style. Like, the amount of influence that had on our, like, again, I never fully, even BTS, I heard of BTS, but I don't think I could ever tell you a BTS song. I knew Gangnam Style. Everyone knew
Yeah.
Gangnam Style, at least of our, like, generation, because I feel like that song came out when we were in college era.
I think it was 2012, if I'm
20,
remembering.
yeah, so
And it was like literally like record-breaking, huge, massive success, like craziness.
never heard. I mean, I know you'll get into it, but that's what I think of when I think Psy is that the song was explosive, like exposing a bunch of us to K-pop or Korean stuff on a whole other level that even BTS can't claim. You know what I mean? BTS is up there, of course, of like getting.
I mean, they've
around, but I'm
broken
just
his
saying.
records now, but at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fair.
I think all of his records have technically been broken by now, but like he did it first, right?
I'll let you get to it. I won't get ahead of it, but that's what I think of.
Yeah.
I just know he had such an impact on like getting it out there.
Yeah. So, Psy, Park Jae-sang, born December 31st, 1977.
We know this. Check out Bias Effect on Instagram.
His fandom name are the Psychos.
Oh, I do love
I mean.
that. I love it.
His fandom color is black.
Okay.
I know, I was like, for some reason in my mind, if I think of Psy, I think of yellow.
I think of blue.
Gives me like a yellow energy. Like it's bright, you know, pop the sun. He makes me think of the sun.
Oh, I kind of love that. It's just like a bright, happy light in your life.
I get blue too though because of the jacket, right? Gangnam
The
Style
jacket, yeah, that's why I say blue.
Well,
yeah.
it's black, okay?
Right.
I was trying to find his Comca things. I pretty sure he writes a lot of stuff. But there was an article around April 2022 saying he had 181, so pretty up there.
Well, yeah.
He does have a light stick. Doesn't have like a fancy name or anything, but it's just called the Psy official light stick. It's supposed to look like a mic. It's supposed to be a microphone, but like I literally could not find a photo of it not lit up. Like I couldn't just find a picture of someone like holding the light stick. I can only find this picture of it lit up, and it's like his face on a stick. It's supposed to be a microphone.
I would just say they are the psychos, and that would look like what a psycho would
Yeah.
hold. It's a little chaotic looking. It's like red, glowing red too, and his face looks like it's on fire. It's kind of creepy. Again, you only have it lit up, so
Yeah. I don't know. Apparently, you can only really like get it at he does this like summer series, like a concert series in the summer called Summer Swag, and like that's like kind of really the only place you can like get it is if you go to this concert thing. Like the thing I was saying was like his light stick is special because it's specifically for concerts. I'm like, aren't they all for concerts?
They're all, yeah.
But I guess
would argue.
in the terms of like how you can even like get access to it, I guess.
So it's super exclusive. That was exciting.
Yeah, and I like the other thing I saw was like G-Dragon invented the light stick or whatever, but Psy helped like push it into like popularity, because I think it might have been like one of the next ones kind of thing, or like whatever, I don't know.
It's always so funny when you look at the history or stats and stuff. It'll be like, this person is the first person to do this in this little space.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, but this person like made it big. You're like, okay, because like even when you were going through the G-Dragon one, you were saying that this other, I think Japanese or
it came like the concept came from Japan, I guess. They're like light whatever wands or whatever.
Anyway, and it's just like, okay, well, whatever, man.
Yeah, I know. The nuance of it is just so funny to me. Yeah, and I also read that this Summer Swag thing is an all-night dance party. Like his concert series in the summer is supposedly some kind of all-night dance party, and I was like, good God, could not
pass. I'm so sorry.
I mean, this guy is also 1977, so like over a decade older than us, and he's rocking all night long dance party. I was like, could not be me.
Could not be me.
His stage name Psy derives from the word psycho.
So it is that, like, it is that plainly, yeah. I guess. Psy is from Psycho. That's interesting, yeah.
He said that it's specifically a reference to being crazy about music, dancing, and performing. That kind of psycho.
Okay. I can see that, though. When Gangnam Style came over, like, it was jarring. I think that was the other thing that was, like, kind of, like, whoa. Because it was, like, out there. It was, like, kooky and, yeah, so anyway, yeah.
Yeah. It was psycho.
I feel it. Yeah, well, yeah.
And then as far as I can tell, I think he has 8 studio albums and then a couple singles. So, Psy was born into a wealthy family in Gangnam.
He's a Nepo baby? Gangnam?
Yeah, I suppose so. He's the son of Kim Young-hee, who owns a bunch of restaurants in Gangnam, and Park Won-ho, who is the executive chairman of a manufacturing company called DI Corporation, which is like computer chips, basically. So,
wow, I say Nepo baby. Clearly, he's worked hard. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, I mean, like if he had gotten a job in one of those places, I guess, yeah. You would consider it that, right? I don't know necessarily how supportive I didn't think it really went into that, so like I don't know if they like paid for anything in that degree, that term, but whatever. Anyway, he was actually originally supposed to take over on this DI corporation from his father, so he studied business admin at Boston University in 1996. But when he got to the States, he lost interest in business and started spending all his tuition money on music instruments and entertainment equipment, including keyboards, computer, MIDI interface.
Okay, so just to say, yeah, I immediately take back. I'm sure his dad was pissed.
Yeah, he's like, I sent you for business. And he's like, I'm going to make music.
I love the idea of, like, going to the States. It's just, like, quote-unquote corrupted by, like, the States.
Also, you're, like, so far from home that you could just be like, yeah, my business classes. But meanwhile, you have, like, all this other stuff your parents don't even know.
Yeah, true.
And I guess he attended an English language summer course, and then he dropped out of Boston University and applied to study at Berklee College of Music in Boston instead. During that, he took core curriculum lessons for ear training, contemporary writing, music synthesis, but he eventually dropped out of that school too and went back to South Korea to pursue his career as a singer, and ended up not getting a degree from either of those places.
Interesting.
Yeah. January 2001, he debuted his first full-length album, Psy from the Psycho World. He was fined for this album by the government because it contained inappropriate content.
Ooh, I see.
He was a rookie hip-hop singer that stirred up the Korean pop music scene with blunt lyrics, peculiar dance moves, and an unconventional appearance that earned him the nickname the Bazaar Singer.
Also can see that. Very tracks to his, like, modern day as well.
His second album, Sa 2, also created controversy upon its release in 2002, earning complaints from civil groups due to potentially negative influence this album would have on kids and teenagers. Since then, he's been thought of as a controversial artist, and that second album was banned from being sold to people under 19.
I gotta know what's in this album.
He's listed as the sole producer on the wiki page for both of those albums, which I thought was interesting.
That is interesting. Wow.
He told a reporter at one point he was introduced to foreign pop music by a Korean TV show when he was 15. One particular episode showed the English rock band Queen's 1986 concert video, Queen Live at Wembley Stadium, which he said is what sparked his love for music. He's later cited Freddie Mercury as his biggest musical influence. My lifetime role model and hero is Freddie Mercury of Queen. His songwriting skills I cannot even approach, but his showmanship, I learned it from the videos.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. A lot of people know about this about me, but yeah, Queen is one of my all-time favorite bands outside of K-pop, so this is iconic. I love this. Okay.
I feel like it kind of tracks too if you really think about like his stage presence. You can kind of see where he does probably emulate that vibe a little bit.
Absolutely.
Late 2001, so just a little bit after he released his first album, he was arrested for smoking weed.
Damn.
He was sentenced to 25 days in jail. This is like kind of tragic. He was sentenced to 25 days in jail, and as a result, he couldn't be at his grandfather's deathbed as he died from cancer or go to the funeral. And he said in 2012, I was very close to him. I was not there at the funeral. I will regret this for the rest of my life because he loved me so much. I couldn't be there for him on his deathbed. And in 2002, he was fined for that marijuana incident. So it's like, okay.
Girl, that's... That is very... Like, 25 days? Like, that's right. It's not even that long. You weren't even in jail that long, but, like, that's
but, like,
the
you
period.
Missed... Yeah, that's when that happened.
And, like... Yeah, that's rough. Like, because I would be like, fine, I'll serve. I would even be like, fine, let me out, like, have guards with me or whatever, and I'll serve an extra 40
like,
days.
Come on,
you know what I mean?
just,
I'm like,
please.
Let me, golly.
Yeah. He began dating Yoo Hae-yoon, a cello major at Yonsei University, after they were introduced by a mutual acquaintance in April 2003. They were married in 2006. And they have two twin daughters, or they have a set of twin daughters.
Oh, cute. And they're still together from what you can see?
As far as I know, I didn't see anything about divorce or anything. So owing to the financial difficulties he had around that time, he couldn't release his own songs, so his wife encouraged him to join YG Entertainment. So in 2010, he joined YG and released his fifth album, Psy 5, to 2010. And its lead single, Right Now, was also banned from under 19 audiences in South Korea for allegedly what it deemed an obscene lyric. Life is like toxic alcohol. That's the lyric.
Okay.
Despite the ban, he won awards during 2011 MMAs and the Mama Awards. And he had, up until that point, topped domestic music charts half a dozen times throughout his 12-year career so far. So up to 2010, he was already, like, 5 albums deep, top of the charts in South Korea.
Yeah, this is where it feels, like, almost intentional. Like, for some whatever reason, the government's like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
Because that's nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, maybe there's more, maybe there are more lyrics or something, but I'm like, this does not seem like...
I guess they are really strict over there because I think Stray Kids Karma too, like that's one of the best selling Stray Kids albums, but I think one of the songs...
Oh yeah, there was that one song on there, yeah.
Bleep, but it's because it promoted like people being bad, like by swearing. I'm like, whatever, like that's so silly. So yeah, they do seem a little ridiculous with their bans, so...
Yeah. January 2012, Psy performed alongside K-pop bands Big Bang and 2NE1 in front of 80,000 Japanese fans during the YG Family concert. This marked his first appearance on a foreign broadcasting network. During the concert, he introduced himself to the Japanese fans with a sign that said, "I'm a famous singer, well known for driving the audience wild in Korea. But here today, I'm just a chubby, little chubby newcomer."
I absolutely love that.
And then he sang 5 of his hit songs, and I guess the commentators for it expressed their approval and their astonishment at his humorous incorporation of moves from like Lady Gaga and Beyonce.
Okay.
That is some like kind of random stuff for him. In April 2013, he described the conflict between South and North Korea as a tragedy and expressed hope that North Koreans would one day be able to enjoy his music and that his job is to make everyone, including North Koreans, laugh. So he seems to be an anti-separatist type. I don't know if they call them. I don't know what they call themselves, but
yeah.
In an interview, he was asked for his opinion on North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's threats against South Korea and the States, and he replied, "As an entertainer, I don't want to talk about politics. As a Korean citizen, I want peace. That's all I could say. I want permanent peace."
I'm like, hey, who doesn't?
Yeah. And then 2013, in an interview, he admitted he struggled with alcoholism, noting that the only time he's not drinking is when he's hungover. And then May 2018, he left YG after he was there for about 8 years. 2019, he founded his own label, P Nation. And the first artist he signed was Jessie.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and it says she was signed January 25th, 2019. And if he founded it in 2019, like it would have been like right away, basically.
Yeah.
It was only like 3 weeks into the year. April 2022, he released his 9th album, Psy 9, with its lead single That, featuring Suga from BTS. That's like just sort of like general information about him. And then I discovered he had like a whole anti-American controversy from his life.
Okay. Interesting. All right, let's go.
I mean, this is also like, in my opinion, a bit subjective.
Right.
You be the judge. In 2002, he participated in Mnet Music Video Festival, performing a song Killer, a song made by Shin Hae-chul featuring him. And that guy is a vocalist for a rock band called Next, N-E-X-T. And he's like known for pioneering experimental rock music in Korea. They call him the Demon Lord or the Devil for his dramatic stage presence. Whatever. He comes up again later, so I was like, sure, who is this guy? But anyway, he sang the song by him. At the end, Psy lifted a tank and smashed it on the stage in front of the crowd.
What?
And this came after a U.S. military convoy accidentally struck and killed 2 14-year-old South Korean schoolgirls in a Yangju highway incident. The soldiers were acquitted of in the incident by U.S. military court, which fueled significant amount of anti-American sentiment in South Korea.
Okay, so he smashed a tank. I'm assuming it's like a prop tank.
I know. The way it's written is like he lifted fully. No, I think, I'm assuming it's just like a toy tank or something, smashed it on the stage. And it was very close to this incident, so people were like, whoa.
Right. I thought he wasn't political. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, okay. And then 2004... South Korean translator and Christian missionary Kim Sung-il was kidnapped and beheaded in Iraq after the South Korean government refused to reconsider sending armed forces to support the war. Initial protests were only directed towards the South Korean government and towards Iraqi extremists, but eventually anti-U.S. military protesters decided to seize the moment and trigger a wave of anti-Americanism. So during a concert, Psy admonished the Iraqi kidnappers, condemned South Korea's former president, and then also sang lyrics to a song called Dear American by this Next band, which criticizes the U.S. military for its actions in the war. The initial... Yeah, I'm like, even that still is like...
I'm like, yeah,
is that anti...
criticize?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean... Yeah, we should criticize the U.S. for what they did in Iraq. It was awful. So
yeah, like I'm like, is this like that
anti-American?
I don't know. Yeah, initial translation of the lyrics, posted by a CNN reporter, were referring to the guards who tortured the Iraqi Kill those fucking Yankees who have been torturing Iraqi captives and those who ordered them to torture. Kill Yankees' daughters, mothers, daughters-in-laws, fathers. Kill them all slowly and painfully.
Okay, that's a little much. That's a little much. I will
But-
say that's a little much.
But a little bit after that, another reporter was like questioning the accuracy of the translation into English. So this guy, Max Fisher from the Washington Post, he solicited native Korean and English speakers, academics accustomed to sensitivity of word-for-word translation, young Koreans familiar with cultural connotations, etc. All these other people.
Right.
And found that the lyrics may have actually been slurred. They actually slurred the American servicemen rather than calling for their deaths. So he did, but then he did say, like, using a racial slur to accuse Americans of killing Iraqi family members is still pretty serious, but the song wasn't saying, like, kill them all. It was just, like, basically calling them, like, derogatory names. So, not great still, but, like, you know.
Slightly better than advocating for murder.
A little bit better than saying kill your mom, kill your daughter, kill your, whole family.
Yeah, but still kind of
a bit tough.
Wrong. Yeah.
He stated the word translated that they had translated as Yankee is a bit underplayed, describing it as a nearly untranslatable racist epithet. Perhaps best approximated as foreign barbarian. He noted that the translator indicated that the slur is meant as a derogatory term for Americans, and that others have translated it as like Yankee, big nose, or despicable Western women and men.
But like, I can see. People have definitely used the term Yankee as a slur against the. Like, I don't know if slur, but they've definitely used it in the terminology of, like, yo, fuck those Yankees.
Yeah, like in a negative way, for sure.
Yeah, so, yeah. But foreign barbary.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, of course, it is a little bit, like, politically charged statements to make and to participate in, but, like, is it really...
That's what art's supposed to be doing, right? You're supposed, like, for the most part, like, you're gonna have songs that try to push the edge of... things, and sometimes it does go a little far, but that's what art is for, right? You're supposed to
expression,
push the limits, expression. So sure.
But I also found it a bit. So all this happened 2002, 2004. At the time, he received no significant like immediate attention at the time. It wasn't until 2012 when he popped off, basically, that people like dug up this whole thing and started reporting on it. And at the time in 2012, he apologized to U.S. military and American people for his inflammatory and inappropriate language, and hoped that the American people would accept his apology. And like honestly, like this is where people were clearly just trying to find something to like knock him down a little, because it was like, despite the initial public outrage, that same year he performed at Christmas in Washington, which was attended by Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. And, like, they were like, yeah, we're still going to go to the concert. But they were like, it'll be a little bit more subdued than usual. But it's like, he didn't they didn't even cancel the show that year. They were like, yeah, okay, that happened, like, so long ago. And, like, like, he wasn't just saying stuff. He wasn't just inciting riots. He was directly referencing things that had happened.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, oh, we hate the Americans because they're American. It was like, no, we're criticizing a very specific thing that they were doing at the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you believe that these are indirect reference, like, he directly was criticizing 2 kids being killed and no one being charged for it. And then he was directly criticizing a guy being beheaded.
Yes.
And clearly the president was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll still go to the show. I'll still go see Gangnam Style. And then, we sort of talked about it a little bit before, this whole, like, military thing. And, like, I think the way that it was presented to me was that he chose to do it. But it wasn't really like that. In 2003, he was conscripted into the military. He was excused from military duty due to working at a software development company, because I guess the government grants exceptions to those with technical expertise working in companies that serve national interests. And he was expected to be released in 2005. So it sort of sounds like public service, basically. It's like another way of saying public service. But in 2007, they accused him of neglecting his work, holding concerts, and appearing on local TV during that period of employment, if you want to call it that.
Right.
And then so the court decided that he must be redrafted, rejected a lawsuit filed by him against the Military Manpower Administration, and 2 months later he was redrafted into the military, where he served private first class as a signalman in the 52nd Army Infantry Division, and then released July 2009.
I just love the idea of him being like, okay, you're gonna make me go in the army? I'm gonna become fucking private first class.
It's like, okay. But yeah, he wasn't necessarily... The way that it had been presented to me was he was like, I'll do it again. But he clearly tried not to. He petitioned not to do it again.
So yeah, he was in it, and they were like, well, you don't really need to do the full army because you're working at this certain company. Then they were like, we actually don't like you, so like...
Yeah, they're like, well, you're not really doing the work that we thought you would do, I guess.
And he's like, I was. Here's my appeal. And they're like, actually, no.
Yeah, actually, you're
like,
just
okay,
gonna have to do
fine.
it again.
Fine, I will. I'll become private first class and show y'all MFers.
And then he was the first Asian artist to surpass 10 million subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Gangnam Style was a global viral phenomenon on its release. Its music video was the first video to reach 1 billion views, and it held the most viewed YouTube video from November 2012 to July 2017.
Whoa.
Which was pre-BTS, so I was like, oh, who broke the record the first time? And it was the song See You Again by Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth, which is like the Fast 10 song or whatever it is.
Oh,
whatever that movie, whatever the last...
After Paul Walker died.
Yeah.
Which again, though, it's like so weird. I don't, like, that song's fine, but it's like kind of a boring song.
I think it's just like the time, right? Like it was like...
Yeah, true.
10,
Everyone was like, Paul
10
Walker.
movies, yeah, Paul Walker.
But that's interesting. Like, first ever YouTube video to hit 1 billion? That's so cool.
Yeah.
Now there's just like Dynamite with 2 billion.
I mean, eventually somewhere later he was like, there's gonna be like so many sides after, like I'm not gonna be like the only one, you know.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So early 2012 or September 2012, the Gangnam District awarded Psy with a plaque and named him an honorary ambassador. That same year, he was recognized by the UN as an international sensation. The UN Secretary General scheduled a meeting with him in the belief that music has great power to overcome intolerance.
I mean, I believe it.
Yeah, I mean...
In general, like, what's the point of... That's the point, again, of art, right? We're all human at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, the song that, like, we didn't know the words to was, like, so popular here. So, like, what does that say? It says something.
Oppa Gangnam Style. Which is so funny, because he's saying Oppa, right?
Yeah.
That's so funny now. Oppa. Anyway.
Yeah, so they met up, they talked, whatever. He remarked that Psy has unlimited global reach, and I hope we can work together using this global reach, I guess, to touch people's hearts.
Okay.
He was appointed a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. He gave a speech at the Oxford Union in England in 2012, where he talked about the inspiration behind Gangnam Style and like his next albums. He told the audience that due to the success of Gangnam Style, he's living a dream and a nightmare, as it's difficult for his next song to equal the same success.
I mean, fair.
Is this funny to me? Like, I kind of wonder what he said. Like, what's the inspiration behind Gangnam Style? Like,
it's like, yeah, I grew up here.
I don't know, a club banger? Like, like, what are the...
Yeah, I just really wanted to, like, talk about the town I grew up. Gangnam Style.
Yeah, like, okay. He talked about his early life, the moment he realized Gangnam Style became famous. According to The Independent, tickets for his speech were in such a high demand that they had to be assigned by ballot system, a method not required when the former presidential candidate John McCain spoke earlier that year, or when Mother Teresa, the Dalai Lama, or Michael Jackson spoke.
That's so funny. He beat out Mother Teresa.
Yeah, like, damn. November 2012, Psy became the second South Korean music artist to appear at the MTV Europe Music Awards, where he performed Gangnam Style and won Best Video. The event was broadcast worldwide, hosted by Heidi Klum. She introduced him as the undisputed king of pop.
All right.
A couple days after that, Madonna performed a mashup of Gangnam Style and her song Give It To Me, along with Psy and her backup dancers in New York in Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
He later told reporters that his gig with Madonna topped the list of his accomplishments.
Yeah. Nice. That's nice.
November 2012, Gangnam Style was the most viewed video in history, surpassing the previous most watched video, which was Justin Bieber's Baby. But those numbers were achieved 11 times faster than Justin Bieber achieved hit for Baby.
Damn.
And then, yeah, it was the first YouTube video to reach 1 billion views, of like a first video in the website's whole history to reach 1 billion. He was a tour ambassador in South Korea. He also gave a lecture at Harvard. And he spoke about passion and popularity.
Damn.
He's got a few Guinness World Records. Gangnam Style, most viewed video online. Gangnam Style, most liked video online. First video to be viewed more than 1 billion times on YouTube. Gentleman won most view Gentleman has the Guinness for most viewed video online in 24 hours, which I think was his follow-up after Gangnam Style.
Rock'n'Roll Gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Yeah.
And then Gangnam Style again, first video to be viewed more than 2 billion times on YouTube.
Good lord.
So as a result of his achievements, he's considered to be the first K-pop artist to make a breakthrough in Western music industry. And then he said in an interview, it's only a matter of time before K-pop will produce many more like Psy.
Hell yeah.
And then he had received the Okwan Order, the 4th grade Culture Order of Merit, which I think is the second highest, or second highest one.
Yeah, I think we
It's
talked
like
about
the
that
Silver
on one
Crown
episode.
or whatever.
He's like the highest ever in K-pop to get.
Yeah, I think he's the top K-pop person that has one, if I'm not mistaken.
Because G-Dragon is next.
G-Dragon's was number 4. The 4th one, 4th level. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
That's Psy. Oh, it's so interesting though, talking about Psy because of, like, everyone knows him over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, technically Gangnam Style's the first K-pop song that I've ever heard. Technically.
Oh, that's true. BTS didn't even... See, this is weird. Timelines are weird. BTS didn't even debut at this point,
Yeah,
did
they debuted 2013.
That's weird in my brain. So yeah, he literally did then. He literally did open that doorway for them.
It just seems so interesting to me because, like, really his life is very, like nothing that crazy. He went to school, you know, people said whatever they said, but, like, it didn't really, like, blow up at all. But, like, he somehow has, like, the most recognizable song, like, ever.
Isn't it? It's always like that, right? It's so fascinating to me. Some people just, like, pop off for, like, one song. I mean, he still has, like, obviously a career, like, a lengthy career. And for us, that is it. That song is
the one.
awesome. That is the one. Outside of our bias, that song is literally slaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, he's got an on-stage personality. That's the thing, from what I'm gathering, too. Again, performance, right? We don't see that because it's older, too. You don't see his performance videos, really.
I saw some of that stuff era, and, like he goes hard. Like,
Yeah.
even, like, Yoongi was, like, tired, and Psy was like, you're tired? He's like, I'll do it right now. I'll do the whole shit right now. Like,
That's
he's
what
like,
I mean.
you're
Like,
tired? I'm 50 or whatever.
Yeah, his stamina's nuts.
Yeah.
Like, all, like, dance party. But yeah, like, now, to be fair, Yugi, I feel like, classically doesn't like
I mean, yeah.
him doing any of that, but he is really like good at it. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, like being like 20 years younger, and he's like,
And he's like, you're tired? Like, please. But I think he still does summer swag, because I'm pretty sure last summer, I think J-Hope was there. Like, I feel like I've seen something of J-Hope and Psy together at a thing recently. Well, not super recently, but I think J-Hope did it last summer.
And hell yeah. Psy's never going away, okay? He's always here forever.
Yeah, we didn't really listen to Psy's discography like we usually would dabble a little bit, but we have the songs that we like.
Yeah.
Songs that we know. And like, you know, we'll dip in here and there probably.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
I'm just kind of interested, like, what his not hits sound like. Is it all sound like this? And like, this is just the one? Or does he have like a ballad? You know?
Does he have like a secret ballad? Yeah, well, we'll definitely circle back and let you know what our findings are. But very interesting. Very cool to learn about the one and only legend, Psy. And that his name means psycho. Oh, it does mean that. Okay.
Yeah. It's quite funny to see, like, I mean, I know that I'd have to look it up again, but I'm almost positive that explicit albums in North America came from Dr. Dre.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was like the first one. I'd have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure that The Chronic was like the first one. So it's just so funny to me, like, this is a similar thing where it's like, oh, some of his music, you can't buy it if you're under 19. Like, they also kind of like had that, they go through that phase where it's like explicit music or whatever.
You're like Dr. Dre talking about like his like growing up rough.
It's a completely different, but
Psy. Yeah, no, it is.
But like, I guess he sort of pioneered this like popular explicit music. Like, I'm sure there is tons of bands over there that are not as big that go hard, but
yeah, he's just the one that broke through. Yeah.
Because he was popular, they're like, well, hold on, what are you saying?
Well, let us know what your favorite Psy song is. What song should we listen to? Is there a Psy ballad out there? Let us know.
Yeah.
Comment down below. But as always, everyone, we'll catch you on the flip.
Bye.
Bye.